Hey everyone, this is Klout with In the Pipes. Today we're going to play Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. Now, I played Wasteland 2 when it came out and it was in beta, but I have yet to play the Director's Cut. Now, they did change a whole heap of things, and even the character creation between the two games was very different. Because of that, I went through and made characters a little bit beforehand, and I'll kind of introduce the characters as I created them here in their roles. So we have Klout, who's our leader, with a little bit of computer science and sniping and weaponsmithing. Generally, he's more smart than charismatic. Then we have Honey, who she's kind of our jack of all trades. She's going to be using assault rifles and rifles, all those types of things, fixing toasters and cracking safes and disabling alarms, all those kind of things. Then we have Dynamic Introvert, who's going to be our combat medic. He's kind of a rough and gruff old medic kind of thing. We'll see how that works. I only gave him handguns, so we'll see how that all kind of balances out. Then we have Kid Ian, who's all strength and likes to punch people in the face with blunt weapons. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start the game and see how it all plays. Ooh, difficulty. You know what? Let's go ahead and just do seasoned. Because I'm sure everyone doesn't want to see me die repeatedly. And if you do, let me know in the comments. I could always start again. Let me know. If you're finding the goal too tough, you can change the game's difficulty settings in the option menu at any time. I'm pretty excited for the In Exile development team. They're coming out with, what was it? Bard's Tale. I have that pre-ordered through the Kickstarter, and love the previous ones, so it should be pretty exciting.
Thank you, recruits.
Ooh, voice acting. That's a bit new if I remember. A stiff-bearded old man wearing a red or hand-worn ranger outfit uniform and his battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks in with a cane, but he is not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there's a lot of notches on that barrel. Okay, let's go ahead and...
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
Alright, what's my duty?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got one ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide, and Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
How did Ace die, sir?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, but sadly Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Where's his logbook?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Repeater units?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Is the signal a threat, sir?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
Just in case I can't figure out, what is the mission?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other. Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
Can we enter the Citadel, sir?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Okay, so this is one of those changes, I think. So it automatically selects the person who has the stat for that, it looks like. So, looks like we have 2 points in this one. So let's go and try that one.
The hard-ass approach, huh?
Oh, looks like I got it.
Well, you might get what you want from some folks in the Waste through intimidation, but it doesn't always work, particularly with old hard-asses like myself. You want to kick down our doors, go ahead, give it a try. But I ain't pissing myself just because you growled at me.
Well, fair point. Where is the area that I should be looking?
It's about a...
Okay, it's about right there. Alright.
There you go. Good luck out there, recruits.
Very ominous. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take that shovel. Here lies Ace, a man, died in Desert Ranger. Okay. Let's see if we can get back in this menu. Where'd that shovel go? Oh, did I accidentally drop it? Looks like I did. Let's take that back. And we'll go ahead and add a hotkey. There we go. Whoa, there we go. 4. Can I dig up the body?
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing, recruits? That's consecrated ground.
Alright, he did not like that very much. Well, let's move on. So I really did love this game when it came out. I played it before it actually released fully on Steam. Mostly through the Kickstarter system. And I really loved it because it kind of gave me that feeling of XCOM, but in a kind of a different setting. But it really did hit me that, or give me that, let's see, hold on, whoops. Good to see you here, recruits. Afraid I can't open the door. Okay, well, let's talk to this person right here. A kindly older woman in the standard issue ranger garb. She seems occupied with counting goods and organizing crates. Aside from the clothes, she's a picture of a loving grandmother. You swear she smells faintly of fresh-baked goods. Well, hello, recruits. Welcome, Sovereign Sundays. Happy to trade whatever you like, and an honor to make your acquaintance. Alright, let's see. It looks like she's a store, so let's go ahead. So, can you outfit us? Let's see. I can't just give them away from free, huh? Well, that's a little annoying, but I'm about to do a really good mission. Alright. I'm glad we're not having to eat sand. So where are you from? You grew up in a village near here, was grandmother twice over. Wow. Ranger Citadel, what's that about? I do love these places nowadays. I used to be full of some cocky birds back then when I was younger. Fellas seemed to worship pre-war junk even though I didn't know what it was. Okay, what's General Vargas like? He's a modern-day Patton. Alright. What about Captain Mercaptain like? She's the smartest person I've ever met, bar none. She can whip you up a laser beam and water purification system like I whip up pies. Oh, okay. Well, good. Let's see what you have to trade. Let's see. I have 50 scrap. So they changed the system up a little bit. So if I go here, it's all squads. Alright. So it doesn't look like she has really any sniper rifles yet, which is pretty understandable considering that, you know, that probably is a more powerful late game weapon. Let's see, what do you have? Okay, hide that. Sorry about that. So I wonder, if we go into character, she has a assault rifle and a knife. Oh, he does have a sniper rifle and a barbed wire bat. He has a 38 caliber handgun and a knife. And he has a barbed wire bat and his fist. Okay, well if I remember right, he actually has a little bit of demolition. He's gonna be my demolition guy, I think. Let's see, where was that at? Maybe not? Oh, it's over here. Haha. Alright, so yeah, so we'll need to get him some grenades at some point. Let's go talk to her to see if we can bluff our way through. Let's see, a Desert Ranger is scarred, but spotless in combat armor. Let's see. Let us in. Ha, try and stop us. Yeah, what is it? Double-barreled flint pistol. Sure, I'll promise that. Sweet, I got a new handgun. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So this does 10 to 14 damage times 2. Now I only have one person with a handgun. Do I just drag and drop it on the person? Yes, okay. This does take shotgun ammo, so I'm going to hold on to that for a little bit. Oh, he does have shotgun. So you know what? We'll go ahead and just put that back on Gideon. And then he can have a shotgun pistol for later. So back to what I was saying about the game beforehand. I really love this game quite a bit.
Hey, Ep1.
Oh.
Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there. He headbutted you right in the butt.
Why
would you do that? I love that goat. You're jerks.
Well, you shouldn't play a joke on me then. I'm gonna take its skin too. So there. Now what do you have to say? Alright, said he'd be out here training us later. You guys are lucky so far. Okay. Okay, so that looks like a place to dig up, if I recall. Wow, alright, so we got some scrap, some ammo, and some tobacco. Go ahead and take all that. What's over here? Looks like another dig spot. Alright, some more ammo. So I'll put the ammo on the pistol guy, all of it. The scraps on whoever. And we'll put the tobacco on the guy who can carry anything. And it looks like, yay, another one. I don't remember there being so many dig spots in the last one. Okay, so we have a flashlight that can work on pistols, assault rifles. Okay, well, so we'll just put that on him. He builds weapons. Again, ammo on the guy who can use it. And we'll go ahead and just put the rest on this guy. Alright, so what do we have over here?
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Alright, looks like she's a little upset. Let's go talk to her.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
I see you have Ace's name tattooed in a heart on your arm.
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace, we were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you.
So you knew him pretty well then?
They all hurt, but this one... Man, Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in quartz. He pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise. Never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
How well do you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job, while I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
What is Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war, and the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
A computer making robots?
Yeah. The Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
You thought Ace's mission was trouble?
He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. Then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
Babies?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
Where is Quartz?
Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher, he'd know.
Tell me about the Rail Nomads.
Could be a nice little place, if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, But between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
Know any more about these repeater units?
I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Have you heard these strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
So General Vargas used to be called Snake?
Well, like I said, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe?
What happened to Razor?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come, and when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor. Scary as hell.
Oh, Thrasher.
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day, he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers. But Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it? Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do.
What about Woodson?
He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base.
The Red Scorpions?
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of Rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. The protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
What can you tell us about eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Radiation clouds?
The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kinda thought those clouds went on forever. And that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we've been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged.
Your voice changed, lady.
So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
I say that you're my superior officer, and I didn't hear anything about Vargas saying no, you couldn't come.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Yes, ma'am. So let's see what she is like. So she is a assault rifle user. She is a hard A, likes assault rifles, brute force, blunt weapons. Oh, she's kind of quite the powerful one. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on and see if we can find anything else to scavenge. Or if nothing else, goats to kill. Oh, I think there's another person there. Did I talk to them before? Ah, okay. More of, yay, Vargas is training us. Alright, so we found another dig spot. Oh wait, I need to go over here. Looks like I accidentally just used some of my drugs on me. That's unfortunate. Necklace, ammo, and scrap. What are you doing? Can't take right now. Gotta clean off this graffiti. That's the problem you're dealing with right now? Alright then. Alright, so let's see. Perception. I find a lock. Okay, can I pick it? Wow, they actually just switch out the people now to the best skill. That is awesome. Cool, we picked the lock. Alright. I don't see anything there. Let's go and take a look. Ooh, a shotgun. Some TNT. That's going to go on him. Sweet, I found a shotgun and some TNT. Anything else around here? Doesn't look like it. So I think with that, we're ready to leave unto the Wasteland. Yep, let's go. Remember to use your radio to contact HQ to regularly gain field promotions.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
This is Ranger Team Echo. Copy.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find. Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
So it's important to stay in radio contact?
It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem. 10-4 Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Alright. So, we go north. Well, there's a little road here, so let's go that way.
SOS! SOS! Is anybody out there? This is High Pool. We are under attack. I repeat, we are under attack. Raiders with mortars and explosives are blasting our walls. If anybody can hear this, come at once. Don't know how long we can hold it.
Ranger Citadel, this is Ag Center. Come in. We're under attack. The plants, they're mutating out of control. They're tearing my people apart.
Ag Center, this is Citadel Base. Can you repeat? Did you say the plants were attacking?
Yes, goddammit, the plants. Something's gone wrong with the... Oh, fuck! The door! They're breaking down the door! Fall back! Fall back!
Ooh, seems like Day of the Triffids.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in. Did you copy those distress calls from High Pool and Ag Center? Over.
Affirmative.
Roger that. Listen, Echo 1, I have no one else in the area and no further intel at this time. I'm afraid it's going to have to be your decision which call to respond to first. Whichever one you choose, get there ASAP. Both situations are emergencies, and both sounded like they were deteriorating rapidly. While the repeaters are still alpha-level priority, civilian emergencies have to come first, before heading back out to get the repeaters. Sending you the coordinates for both locations now. Copy?
All right. Both the places you sent us to are suddenly having emergencies?
Uh-huh. Suspicious, isn't it, Echo 1? Like someone's monitoring our transmissions and trying to stop our little radio experiment before it starts. Keep an eye out for suspect characters. Copy?
Copy that.
10-4, Echo 1. Godspeed. Ranger Command out.
All right, so I think it's time to fill up here. And you know what? I'm not sure which one we should go to. So I'm going to call it an episode right now. And tomorrow when we go ahead and play the next one, why don't you guys tell me which ones you want me to go to? Just leave me a notice in the comments. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll go ahead and get this going a little bit later. Thank you very much for watching. This is Klout within the pipes.